speaking of the things expanding, so I knew about you and Andy and all them back in the early days, right? And then everything felt relatively like casual in terms of like tournaments, organizations. At what point did you feel like things got more like mainstream, professional?
With jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
or MMA or
Jiu-jitsu.
jiu-jitsu? Good question. It's like so early days was very tough, right? People didn't know what jiu-jitsu was. I was giving people VHS tapes of Gracie in action, how it worked in a real self-defense or fight situation. And I would have to say, like, the Ultimate Fighter, you know, kind of like it's all it's interconnected with UFC and MMA. But the Ultimate Fighter was on Spike TV, and after it blew up, you know, like more people knew about jiu-jitsu. And I think after that, I think the Ultimate Fighter, the first one was in 2005. And sure enough, they moved the worlds, or the mundials, the jiu-jitsu mundials in 2007 to the U.S., to Long Beach, right, where they have them now, still to now, the pyramid, right? And so they started to have the worlds there. And, you know, once it's in the U.S., like, you know, it's you know, and then, of course, with social media has helped, you know.
Yeah.
It's all around that same time that it started to happen, right? 2007, 8, 9, you know, people, you know, social media just made it grow. And, of course, everything getting better and better with our phones and just the media. And
that actually tracks a lot, because I was living in Northridge when I was trying to find a jiu-jitsu place, but there wasn't any. But at the same time, I didn't have like the same tools as we do now, like the phones and Google, whatever.
Right.
But I didn't know you had a school in Encino.
Yeah, that was the first legacy.
Yeah. It was after the fact. Someone says, "Have you seen Alberto School?" I go, "Where is it?" He goes, I think it's in Encino. By the time I drove to it and found the intersection, it was already gone.
Yeah, I ended up, because I had a student who lived in Calabasas, and we agreed to kind of do it halfway. But that it's funny because I had an open mat, and we went on those forums to invite people. It was the NHB forum, I think. And we just posted about it, and people just came, because that's how people communicated.
Was it pretty successful? Like,
I mean, yeah, it was a smaller spot, and then we expanded, and then I joined Gracie Baja, and then the Master Carlos Gracie asked me to be a part of the franchise thing, and of course I wasn't going to say no if he asked me.
Right.
And we did that, and yeah, it was good. I live here, you know. I live in Glendale and here, you know. So I knew once I opened up Burbank, it was going to be my home, you know. Pasadena was actually closer a little bit, you know. When I did Pasadena, so I spent a lot of time there. When I did a lot of my working out there, I did my Muay Thai training there with Walter, with the City of Tong. So I know Andy and a lot of our Muay Thai coaches over the years. And then I worked out actually at the Gold's Gym that was right behind the Legacy Pasadena. Now it's called like Speakeasy.
That's funny.
Yeah. But once I found Burbank, I was like, this is going to be my home gym. My kids are going to grow up here. And sure enough, it happened, you know. And here we are, you know, upstairs, on top of the whole block of Legacy, and, you know, our recovery centers, TACFIT, Acai General Cafe, and
you're pretty much taking over like 3/4 of this block, right? I think maybe.
Yeah. So pretty much, right? Pretty much. So yeah, doing something where, you know, like I believe in.
When you were saying the Gold's Gym, that reminded me. So again, back in the days, Andy was holding, and with Mac, and gosh, I can't remember the other guy's name. He has a MMA school now, I feel like in Culver, maybe. But he's been around for a while. Lightweight guy, small guy. If I said his name, you'd remember.
Oh my God.
He had a buddy named Ian.
Yeah. It's what's his name? Brazilian guy, right? No,
American dude.
Oh, Culver City.
It's either Culver or near Culver. I can't remember his name. But super lightweight guy, small dude. Did MMA, probably like the early circuits. But after work, I forget who it was, but someone was an instructor at the LA Fitness in Santa Monica. And after hours, he would open up the back and we would go in and train some more.
Oh, wow. Cool.